President Trump's executive orders are coming into effect. We'll let you know how this will impact WSU.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
I'm Emery LaFesti.
And I'm Ella Kastner. The Office of Management and Budget has rescinded its pause on federal funding. Even with the pause, FAFSA and other direct financial aid would not have been impacted. A message was sent to WSU faculty and staff Monday, letting them know that the administration would, quote, continuously monitor, evaluate, and review the changes associated with the federal administration transition, end quote. Our reporter Nick Rodabaugh reached out to faculty to hear their thoughts on this matter.
On Monday night, faculty and staff received a message about the federal funding freeze. There are a lot of concerns and confusion going around right now, so I was able to sit down with Bruce Pinkleton, the dean of the Murrow College, and answer some of these concerns.
The truth is, faculty do a really good job of adjusting on the fly and those kinds of things. And sometimes you have no choice. I've had my own grants that were affected by federal funding decisions. So I understand that, but we'll work with whatever we have to work with. But certainly there's been a lot of chaos those last few days.
According to an email from Chris Riley Tillman, there are no new changes as of right now, and the university will operate as normal. Tillman says you can expect the university to follow a model of, quote, say what we know when we know it, end quote. Reporting in Pullman, Nick Rodabaugh, Murrow, News 8.
Even though this has been paused, the rest of Trump's executive orders are still in play.
A 33-year-old Pullman man was arrested on charges of first-degree child rape. The man, Lane Taylor Hunting Smith, reportedly raped the victim multiple times. Smith was arrested following the victim's interview with Child Protective Services and Pullman police.
On Tuesday at 9 p.m., Clarkston police officers responded to a shooting. Upon arrival, officers found a dead male at the residence. David Boyd, a 76-year-old male, was also at the scene and told officers he had shot his neighbor during a dispute between them. Boyd was taken to the Clarkston Police Department and arrested for second-degree murder. Today, charges against Boyd have been upgraded to first-degree murder. He remains in custody at a Stoughton County jail.
19-year-old Carson Bailey was arrested on Tuesday for felony eluding. Bailey was on a motorcycle heading south on North Grand Avenue. After failing to pull over, Bailey led a Washington State trooper on a chase through Pullman. Bailey was located and arrested by the trooper on College Hill.
The Pullman City Council awarded outgoing Fire Chief Mike Heston a plaque as a symbol of their appreciation during their meeting yesterday. Heston has worked in firefighting since 1981 and will be succeeded by Brett Nash on February 7th.
The Pullman City Council is starting a 3-month trial period where City Council meetings will start at 5:30. The previous start time was at 7 o'clock. The Council will decide if the earlier start time will stay once the 3-month trial ends.
WSU has renewed their contract with an electric transportation company. What this company is and the services they provide.
And this past week, we've had some pretty clear skies. Our weather reporter Cooper will fill us in on how long until our weather luck changes. The WSU Parking and Transportation Task Force proposed a 3-year parking rate increase. The rate will increase 3% per year and includes annual, daily, and hourly parking rates. If approved, the increase will take effect July 1st. We asked what WSU students had to say.
I'm not for it. I already pay enough for parking, and I think everybody here pays a lot already. So keep the costs low because we're all broke college students. I feel like the parking's already pretty high for what's available. I feel like a lot of my friends that I know that try to park on campus, they buy a pass and then they go to park and there still isn't any spots available. So I feel like increase in prices really kind of exaggerates the issue a bit. I feel like it's not really necessary.
I feel like they also oversell the parking spots, so they are overselling and overcharging, so that's a little bit of an issue too.
Transportation services have opened a public comment period until February 6th.
Washington State University announced the contract continuation with SPEN for the calendar year of 2025. SPEN will continue to provide electric scooters and bicycles throughout the city of Pullman. And recently it has just been my favorite type of weather. It's nice and clear outside, but super cool. Cooper, tell me, is this going to continue?
Yeah, Ella, the weather is going to continue, but we're going to start getting snow later in the week. As for today, the high is 41 with a low of 24. Winds relatively low, so that wind chill is not very bad. Sunrise 448, so that's getting lower every day. As for tomorrow, it's going to be 43 degrees with a 31 low, even less wind, so no wind chill, but that sunrise is going to continue to creep earlier, and that sunset is going to be later as well. And here, look at the state map. We have Olympia and the west side at Seattle getting a lot of warmer weather, probably getting some more rain than we are, as we are supposed to get some snow later this week. Yakima 38, Tri-Cities 38, a little bit lower temperatures as we head to the east side. And as we head to our 5-day forecast, it is going to be pretty similar for most of the week, but 43 degrees is going to be at the beginning. And as we head into Friday, it's going to start to get even more snowy, but that's going to turn into slush as the day progresses. And hopefully by Monday, we start getting real sunny, and hopefully it reduces that amount of snow and slush. And yeah, as you said, Ella, it's very clear. And, you know, I went outside today, and it was definitely something that it's just not exactly the warmest, but it's definitely cool. And, yeah, hopefully it gets better. Hopefully there's not too much slush on the ground. Back to you guys at the desk.
One WSU sport had 2 students named to the preseason All-West Coast Conference team.
Our sports reporter, Avian, will tell you who that is and what they play.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8 Sports. I'm A.B. Martinez. Senior Madeline Gamble and sophomore Alice Johansson of the WSU Women's Golf were named a part of the preseason All-West Coast Conference team as of Tuesday. They'll begin their season with the rest of the team at the Westbrook Invitational in Arizona, February 23rd to the 24th. They'll try to string a few wins together as they come home tomorrow to play the University of Pacific for the second time this season. In the previous matchup, the Cougs won 74-66 off of a career-high 20-point performance by Eleanor Villa. The Tigers, on the other hand, are coming off hot. Coming off straight 4 wins, the game will start at 6 p.m. After a tough loss against St. Mary's, 80-75, Cougar men's basketball play at the University of Pacific tomorrow at 7 p.m. The Cougs are looking for revenge and a little defense after losing their previous matchup in an overtime 95-94 game with a winning shot by Lamar Washington. They'll also hope for a win later this week as they play at San Francisco on Saturday. With the completion of the Champion Center, Joey Ortelli tells us how much it means to our athletes and our staff.
Oh yeah, it's so nice.
For just about a year now, part of Bullard Gymnasium has been under construction in efforts to make a new student learning center for WSU student athletes right on campus. For WSU track and field runner Elijah Lawrence, he explains what makes the Champion Center so nice.
It's nice to have a place, especially like this, like it's big and spacious and private almost, that you could just like work on homework where you don't have to go all the way back home.
And for Lawrence, there is a night and day difference between the old and the new Student Learning Center.
It was just, compared to this, it was depressing. So this is really nice.
Now, the Champion Center is set to have its official grand opening February 19th. This nearly $9 million building will offer student athletes with tutors, meeting spaces, also professional development services, and mental health counseling.
Not only have the athletes benefited from the new building, but the tutorers as well.
I feel like I'm able to have better conversations with the athletes now that it's more in like a room area. Having the whiteboards are really important for me. I used to steal all of like the mini whiteboards in the old place, so it's been great having the big ones.
With more space and amenities, Sam believes she can
Provide better content and better instruction, as well as that one-on-one is really important so they can feel comfortable telling anything. 'Cause it's like you don't really want to say what your weaknesses are in a class in front of everyone else. So I think the smaller spaces are really important for tutoring.
Reporting, Joey Ertley, Murrow News 8.
Thanks, Joey. Well, a lot of people like to smell flowers, but Emery, would you smell one that smells like death?
Well, Ella, apparently a lot of people would. We'll tell you more about it after the break.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far. I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna. Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Visitors have flocked to New York City, not to see the Empire State Building or the Statue of Liberty, but to visit the Brooklyn Botanical Garden for a whiff of a flower that smells like a rotting corpse. The flower, which is commonly known as the corpse flower, has bloomed for the first time since arriving in Brooklyn in 2018. According to one brave visitor, the flower smells like feet, cheese, and rotting meat.
Well, I don't know about you, Ella, but those are 3 things that I would not want to smell. Yeah.
Me neither.
Well, thanks for watching Murrow News 8. For more updates, visit our website, nwpb.org/mn8. Also, make sure to follow us on social media. Thank you.